I'll expose the 6 behaviors women never show unless you're their forever man. Number 4, shocks most guys. Alright, listen up, bro. Let's cut straight to the heart of it. No sugarcoating. Most guys, they walk around reading way too much into every little "I miss you" text that pops up on their phone. They think it means the world, like it's some grand declaration. Truth is, words are cheap. Seriously, anyone can tap out a few letters on a screen. But actions? Actions are gospel. They're the undeniable proof. The real currency of how someone feels. Today, I'm laying it out for you. The 6 unmistakable things women only do for the men they genuinely, deeply love. Not just like a little. Not tolerate. Not string along for comfort or convenience. We're talking real, invested, all in love. Once you really grasp these, trust me, you'll never be fooled again by that surface-level affection, the kind that vanishes when things get real. So, let's get straight into it. No messing around. First up, she nurtures you without you even having to ask. Like, genuinely, without prompting. A woman who's truly in love, she transforms into this silent caretaker. It's not because you begged her, or demanded it, or guilt-tripped her. Nah. It's because something deep inside her, this instinct, just wants to see you win. You know? She brings you coffee when you didn't utter a word about wanting one. She clocks that you're exhausted, completely wiped out, before you even sigh or rub your eyes. She checks in on the tiniest details. How'd that meeting go? Or, did you actually eat lunch today? Stuff that seems small but shows she's tuned in. Now hold on, let me be absolutely clear here. This ain't about some outdated gender role or her being submissive. Forget that noise. This is purely about raw emotional investment. When a woman loves you, your well-being becomes part of her instinct, like breathing. She'll cook, clean, fix things, pray for you, support your crazy dreams, not because you expect it or feel entitled to it, but simply because she wants you operating at your absolute best. Why? Because deep down, in her mind, your rise is her rise. Your success feels like her success. But here's the crucial part, the kicker. A woman absolutely will not do this level of care for just anyone. She won't disrupt her own carefully planned routine. She won't interrupt her own important day for some dude she's feeling lukewarm about or unsure of. She won't be folding your laundry if you're basically just a placeholder until Mr. Right comes along. She sure as heck won't be making you homemade soup when you're sick and shivering if she's still actively dating other guys or keeping her options wide open. That profound level of nurturing care, it only surfaces when her walls have genuinely dropped, when she's fully committed, all in. So next time you're lying awake wondering if she's truly into you, don't look at the big gestures or the sweet texts. Look closely at the little, almost invisible things she does when nobody's watching, when she thinks no one notices. That's the real love letter. That's the proof. Moving on to number 2. She defends you fiercely when you're not even in the room. Seriously, this is huge. You'll know a woman loves you not necessarily by how she acts when she's right there with you, all smiles and affection, but crucially, by how she speaks about you when you're completely absent. Does her face genuinely light up when your name gets mentioned casually in conversation? Does she swiftly shut down her friends if they start clowning on you? Even just playful teasing that edges towards disrespect? Does she actively shut down gossip? Even the subtle, veiled kind? The stuff that pretends it's just concern? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. Most women, if they don't really care deeply, they'll stay silent. They'll let people disrespect you right in front of them. They might even laugh along uncomfortably when others mock your flaws or quirks. They'll just nod their head if someone says something like, "He's kinda too quiet, isn't he?" Or, "Man, he's way too intense about that stuff." But a woman who genuinely loves you, she becomes your invisible sword, your shield when you're not there to wield it yourself. She'll check her absolute best friend real fast, no hesitation. "Hey, don't talk about him like that." She'll speak up firmly, defending your name, even if it means risking a little social awkwardness or discomfort in the moment. And man, that's incredibly rare. Why? Because defending someone passionately when they're not around to hear it or thank you for it, that signals one powerful thing above all else: loyalty. Deep, unwavering loyalty. You're not just some guy she's dating. You've become part of her identity, her inner circle, her tribe. Your success, your reputation, your good name, it matters intensely to her, like it reflects on her own choices. So, if you truly want to gauge how deep that love runs, ask yourself this tough question. What does Shirley say about me when I'm not there to hear it? Because honestly, brother, if she's not actively defending you in your absence, she sure as hell doesn't deserve your presence in her life. Number 3 is subtle, maybe easy to miss, but oh so powerful. She becomes emotionally exclusive, way before you two ever make it officially official. You might think exclusivity only kicks in when you have that big talk, slap a label on it, and agree you're boyfriend and girlfriend. But with a woman who genuinely, truly loves you, it starts happening silently, internally, long before that conversation. She naturally stops replying with enthusiasm, or sometimes at all, to those other dudes sliding into her DMs. She pulls back, creates distance, from male friends, who you both know probably have secret intentions simmering under the surface. She starts turning down invites, maybe parties, late-night hangs, trips, that she knows deep down would trigger jealousy or genuine discomfort in you. And crucially, she doesn't do this because you demanded it, or because she's scared you'll leave. Nope, she does it because, in her heart, you're already Herman. That's the fundamental difference. A woman in love begins to self-regulate. She won't be posting those provocative thirst traps online fishing for attention. She won't accidentally end up partying till 3 a.m. with a crew that includes her ex or his close friends. She won't keep one foot strategically out the door, mentally browsing other options. Instead, almost unconsciously, she starts aligning her behavior with how she'd act for a man she deeply respects, a man she genuinely sees a tangible future with. You'll notice she might get quieter online, more private about her personal life, less performative in general. Why? Because real love doesn't need to broadcast itself. It protects. It cherishes quietly. And when a woman starts fiercely guarding your growing bond like it's a precious secret absolutely worth defending, then you know you're no longer just an option on her menu. You've become the center of her emotional gravity, the point everything else orbits around. So, don't get blinded by the eventual title or label. Look closely at the behavior before the label gets slapped on. If she's already acting, consistently and authentically, like you're hers long before there's a ring or some official status, yeah, brother, that's love. And if she isn't, well, deep down you already know what that answer is. Number 4? This one right here, it really separates the girls who are just passing time, filling a gap, from the women who are genuinely committed, all in. When a woman truly loves you, she doesn't try to dominate your entire life or reshape you into her ideal. She doesn't feel the need to fundamentally change your core personality, shrink your passions, or tug you away relentlessly from your purpose or mission. Instead, she learns how to move with you. She starts paying real, authentic attention to your interests, not to fake enthusiasm, not to manipulate you, but because she genuinely, honestly wants to understand the man she chose. You're into late-night gym sessions? Suddenly, she's perfectly cool with those post-workout phone calls, catching up then. Instead of complaining you're not glued to your phone earlier, you're grinding, building a business, and you just can't text back every 3 hours? She gives you the space you need to focus, but still finds ways to show up, in small but meaningful gestures that clearly say, I see you working. I've got your back. She starts asking thoughtful questions about your dreams, your goals. She learns the names of your mentors, the real meaning behind your daily routines, even senses the silent battles you're fighting that you don't always voice out loud. But here's the key, the balancing act. She doesn't disappear herself in the process. She doesn't abandon her own identity, her own passions, her own friends. She keeps doing her own thing, pursuing her own path, but she consciously integrates herself into your rhythm. She becomes the supportive melody harmonizing with your driving beat. Not a constant distraction, not a dead weight holding you back. That kind of woman? She's not looking for a life to escape into. She's actively looking for a man she can genuinely build a shared world with. And that, my friend, is love. Not in the flashy fireworks and dozen roses kind of way, but in the realest, most stable, grounded, I choose you and this path daily kind of way. So, if you see her adjusting, sinking roots, offering unwavering support, all while still shining as her own person, yeah, you've got something sacred there. Because real love isn't about control. It's fundamentally about alignment, moving forward together. All right, number 5 cuts deep. She sees your darkness, your raw, unfiltered mess, and chooses to stay anyway. You want the ultimate litmus test for whether a woman truly loves you? Let her see you break. I mean, really break. Let her see you on that one night when the world feels like it's completely collapsed around your ears. When you're drowning in self-doubt, when your eyes aren't sparkling with that usual charm or confidence but are clouded with pain, fear, or exhaustion, let her witness that. See what happens. Most women, they want your highlight reel. They crave the charming, ambitious, put-together masculinity, wrapped up neatly in a crisp, impressive package. But the ones who genuinely, deeply love you, they dig in and stay when the curtain falls and the stage lights go dark. They don't flinch or recoil when you finally crack open and share your vulnerabilities. They don't bolt for the door when you confess a big mistake, a failure, a deep regret. They absolutely do not weaponize your past against you later or use your scars and insecurities as ammunition in an argument. Instead, they do something remarkable. They sit right there in the mess with you. They listen, truly listen, without immediately jumping in to fix everything. They hold your heavy silence with the same tenderness and respect as they hold your spoken words. And you know what you might notice? Something kind of wild? She won't pity you. Not genuine love. She'll actually respect you more for it. Because to her, that raw vulnerability isn't weakness. It's undeniable proof that you trust her enough, truly and completely, to finally remove the armor you show the rest of the world. A woman in love becomes your mirror, reflecting back not just who you are right now in this moment, but who you're striving to become, your potential. She doesn't love you in spite of your flaws and shadows. She loves you courageously through them. She might challenge you, call you out on your stuff when you need it, even push you firmly to level up and be better. But she never makes you feel like you're fundamentally unworthy of love just because you're imperfectly human. That's rare. That's powerful. That's a kind of fierce loyalty that simply cannot be faked for long. Because real love isn't just about how someone celebrates your victories under the bright lights. It's about how they hold you, steady you, and stand beside you when everything is dark and broken. And if she stays grounded with you when things get truly dark, not out of some grim obligation, not out of fear of being alone, but because her heart recognizes yours, resonates with it even in the storm. Brother, don't you dare take that lightly. That's gold. So, look, if any of this hit home, if you've seen even one or two of these signs playing out in your life right now and found yourself thinking, damn, she might actually really love me, then don't just sit there with that warm thought. Do something with it. Understand it. Nurture it. If you want to cut through the noise, the superficial dating advice, and truly learn how to think, feel, and move like a man who knows his inherent worth and builds relationships on that solid foundation, come join us over at the Stoic Guide. We go way deeper than surface-level platitudes. Now, I want to hear straight from you. Drop the word anchor in the comments below. Why? Because when a woman truly deeply loves you, she doesn't drift with every passing current or attractive distraction. She becomes your anchor. Solid. Unmovable. Undeniable. A constant grounding force. So, if you've ever been blessed to have a woman who grounded you like that, who held you steady through the storms, or if you're still waiting patiently and faithfully for one who will, type anchor in the comments right now. Let's see how many brothers out there still believe in, have experienced, or are holding out for something real, something true. And hey, I'll be reading everyone. Let's see it.